What actually is a stress signature? Because I know for myself, for example, in different situations, I'm potentially going to respond to stress differently. It's not as if I have a default mode that I go into whenever I am stressed. There can be certain stressful situations that are slightly different from each other that potentially bring out different reactions to stress. So what actually is the stress signature?
Okay, well, I generally think of a stress signature as a broad blueprint for our own pattern of escalating stress reactions. So even though, as you say, we might react somewhat differently in one situation to another, there will tend to be broadly characteristic patterns of how we tend to react when we're mildly stressed, then how we tend to react more intensely when we're moderately stressed, and then if that keeps on going, like say for further weeks or our stress gets more intense, then it might escalate to more advanced stress reactions, which might include more significant anxiety and depressive symptoms. But earlier on, some of our earliest signs of stress might not be particularly anxiety or depressive symptoms. It might be feeling a little more impatient or a little less joy in certain situations, or maybe noticing that our intrusive thoughts are becoming a little bit more frequent, or we're slightly more distractible, but not to the point of being a very significant symptom, for example. So it's getting the notion of our own pattern of escalating stress and how it affects our mind and body. And it's going to basically affect us in 5 different areas, which we'll elaborate on more soon. But at a physical level, including even aches and pains, at an emotional level, at a mental or cognitive level, like what happens with our thoughts, relationally or socially, and then spiritually, which also relates to our sense of meaning or purpose in life. These are the 5 broad areas where we're going to tend to get reactions. And some people will get stronger reactions in one area rather than another, but we'll tend to have broadly characteristic patterns for ourselves.